I'm going to start by asking my panelists a question here. Would you say you're more like a bird, a cat, or a dog?
Dog.
Dog. I also would have said dog. The reason I'm asking them this question is because sex stamps are the new thing that are happening at sex parties, and you put a stamp on you, which basically says what sort of sexual stuff you're into, what you're okay with people approaching you with, if you don't mind
Dave?
the world. Yeah.
Sex parties?
Sex parties. That's what the young
thing.
Ben, the young people are having sex parties. We've got more info for you.
What?
So yeah, here's what the sex stamps look like. So you can get a bird, you can get a dog, you can get a cat, and you can put them all over your body so that when you're at one of these sex parties, the people basically can decide what they're going to do if you need to be given consent before they do something, or if you don't want consent, or if you want a little rougher, or whatever it is. So here's some more info for you. The second base makeout party is part of a communicative, consensual movement helping to create more structure in the world of intimate, often sexual parties. Because of the slightly taboo nature of these parties and the range of interests they indulge in, consent is an evolving tool in ensuring safe fun and attracting new participants.
I am not interested in helping or offering my opinion on people who go to sex parties. Like, this is not a thing that is happening. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. 57 kids have gone to a sex party. They should be very careful, and people should be treated respectfully. But this is not a thing that's happening in America. It's never happened. It certainly didn't happen in the 1980s. I'll tell you that right now.
Somebody never got invited to a sex party.
Have you gone to a sex party?
I don't think a sex party where people were just having sex.
Yes.
I've never.
No, of course not, because there's never been one.
But Jimmy.
Never been one.
Jimmy, you were a comedian that started in the late 80s. There were sex parties.
First of all, I still think there's a chance I might be president, so I'm not answering that.
President of what?
Of anything.
Yeah.
I have been to quasi-sex parties, but what's with the stamp? So they put a tattoo on.
So one of them, the bird, means you want to be left off. You know, you really want to be. Don't approach that person. They'll approach you. They all have different meanings, so that a dog can be a little more aggressive.
Put it this way: 99.97% have never been invited to a sex party, have never heard of a sex party, and are mortified that their child.
All right, you old man who never got invited to a sex party. I've got a little more info on these parties. At this makeout party, those who say they are dogs, here we go for the specific info for you.
Oh, okay.
Indicate that they are open to being approached and touched. Cats must be asked before things are initiated. Birds are the most selective in choosing and do not welcome direct advances, but animals are free to evolve. So you could have two and people can figure out. Anyway,
if you have a rhino, just stay away from that guy.
Yeah, do not get involved.
Not anything. Or an orangutan, because he'll hurl shit at you.
Do you think this takes the fun out? Like, we live in such an I got it. We live in such like an over-regulated, like, nobody wants to offend them.
Does it take the fun out of a sex party?
Yeah. You don't even believe sex parties exist.
This is the dumbest
I was overly regular at a sex party.
You know, I was going to invite you guys over for a sex party this weekend, and now
really?
I'm not inviting you anymore because you've mocked the sex. You want to come?
I'm coming, of course.
All right, I give up. Sex parties, are you having them? Are you having group sex right now? Do you got a bird or a dog or a cat on you? Let us know in the comments right down below.